Welcome back, everybody. My name is Tank. This is the IBC Gang channel. Here we talk about everything that's happening within the markets and especially what's going on within the Cosmos ecosystem. For today, we're going to be talking about ION. We're going to be letting you guys know about a Commonwealth proposal that is up for you guys to partake in, for you guys to review. But before we get into that, if you guys would do me a huge favor, like this video, subscribe to the channel, help us grow, guys, help us out, be good people, like the video, subscribe to the channel, especially if you guys are cosmonauts, you guys find yourself in the space, you guys like what's happening within the Cosmos ecosystem, because the more people that do like and subscribe to these videos, the more exposure your own investments get, because that means the more exposure Cosmos gets. So help me, help you, help everybody in the space. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Also, quick shout out to Oni Validator, guys. Oni Validator is a channel sponsor of ours who helps us do what we do here on social media. If you guys are looking for a great validator team to delegate to, look no further than Oni Validator, because they do validate quite a bit of different chains: Juno, Stargaze, Osmosis, Namek, Defunct, Kajura, and Cosmos. Guys, we can't speak any more great things about them. We use them both personally and professionally. If you guys are looking to get into governance, you guys are looking to delegate some of your long-term holdings to generate some sort of yield or reward or something, right? Whatever the case may be, look no further. You guys check out them with the links down below. Oni Validator, thank you for being you and doing what you guys do. Let's go ahead and jump on in to what's happening with ION, guys. ION, like I said, right now has a proposal up on Commonwealth. Now, if you guys don't know, let's go ahead and just quickly read the proposal, because it actually gives you the rundown on what ION is, where it was, where it's trying to go, everything, guys. So let's go ahead and just jump straight into it. Let me zoom in a little bit for you guys so you guys can better see this. ION 3.0. In the beginning, there was Atom, Osmo, and ION, the Holy Trinity. Of these three, ION was a gift, an experiment, a mystery. I love how they're actually wording this already, guys. Now, just for the sake of this, I'm not going to read all of it, but ION 1.0 became a meme coin. Many discussions were held about the potential use case, and its value went up and its value went down, and Osmos grew around it. Let me go ahead and show you guys what they're talking about here. This is the ION token. Let me zoom out on a daily time frame and show you guys the tremendous price action that it did have, guys. At one point, it was basically where it's at right now, and then it rallied all the way up to $22,000+ guys. That's insane. It was insane. I know a lot of people personally that made a lot of money on ION when it rallied, but like everything that goes up, it came back down, and it came back down pretty well. But anyway, let's go ahead and cover the rest of what they were trying to say here. Now, just for the sake of this video, I'm going to spare you guys the history lesson. Basically, what it was saying with CosmWasm contracts on the way and the support of the community, they were actually working on a stable of some sorts, but after the fall of Terra, it became less exciting and it was abandoned. Now, finally, we propose ION 3.0, the project that retains the core value of experimentation that has always been present in ION. It will create a new token trinity, ION, IBC, and IOU, which, by the way, guys, I'm kind of chuckling a little bit because I love the IOU reference. It's just kind of funny to me. Since now we have these tools, the treasury and the team, we propose that the AlphaWorks Many Things team, builders of the current DAO contracts, build two interlocking projects. One, IBC, Interchain Basket of Coins, a fully collateralized index token backed by a cap of weighted baskets of Cosmos ecosystem coins. And two, the IOU, a dollar pegged over collateralized stablecoin on the model of DAI, solely backed by IBC. So again, guys, kind of like a collateralized and over collateralized stable play. So that's what they're doing here, guys. They're going to be using ION to really back these new tokens that they're going to be introducing to the ecosystem. They go on to saying, alone, each of these projects adds much needed assets to Osmosis and the greater ecosystem. Together, they form a juggernaut, a fully decentralized dollar backed by the entire weight of the interchain. With ION DAO now live, ION stakers can elect this future for the protocol, one that will supercharge the Osmosis ecosystem, driving value to ION, Osmosis, and the entire Cosmos ecosystem while maintaining ION's beloved fixed supply. Now, again, guys, if you guys don't know, ION does have a fixed supply. We'll get into all of that in just a little bit, but Yeah, IBC's portfolio token, the traditional finance index, are among the most used instruments in the world, with over $10 trillion of assets locked into index funds such as the S&P 500, the Dow Jones, even Ethereum, where ETH was built to be the ecosystem asset. DeFi index tokens are popular as an alternative way to bet on activity across the chain. Indexing is even more important on the interchain, where there is currently no way to bet on the Cosmos as a whole. Atom has long served as a proxy, but it lacks direct connection to the potential astronomical collective valuation of the Cosmos ecosystem chains. Instead, as an interchain basket of coins, the IBC helps remove any confusion by directly representing the entire ecosystem with an index token backed one-to-one with real on-chain assets. While the exact construction and rebalancing of mechanisms of the IBC portfolio will be up to the ION DAO, it will likely be a modified cap-weighted system, potentially damped by using the ratio of the square root of each chain's market cap. Alternatively, we might use volatility-weighted index that aims at long-term stability instead of short-term gains. Whatever weighting system is used, it may also make sense to limit the portfolio to top 10 to 20 market caps in the ecosystem. The choice for inclusion into the set would be voted by ION stakers. So again, guys, they're basically saying they're not going to take everything that's in our ecosystem. Of course, they're not going to just kind of pile in everything that's floating around in our space. Not to throw shade on any of the projects that may or may not be picked for this over collateralization for the ION project. Rebalancing the portfolio to account for cap changes and expansions, contractions of the list would occur on a monthly and quarterly basis, entirely on chain using the Osmosis DEX. In order to prevent front running, rebalances would be spread out over time using a dollar cost averaging strategy, such as one being built on the Osmosis ecosystem builder, Phase Finance. If you guys don't know about that, you guys can simply go check out the Osmosis ecosystem. That is something that is currently being built and probably will be introduced sometime soon. To save you guys some more time, I'm not going to read all of this. I'm going to quickly jump on into the juicy parts a little bit further down. Again, if you guys want to read this, use the link down below. Let's go ahead and jump on into this right down here. ION value accrual, because I know that's what you guys really want to actually know about. One, governance. Much like the MKR holders in the DAI system, ION stakers will govern the parameters, composition of both the IBC portfolio assets and the IOU stablecoin. Two, fees. Both the IBC token and the IOU stablecoin can potentially charge a small fee. It would be wise to keep these minimal in order to remain competitive, to generate goodwill, and potentially to keep the UX as streamlined as possible. I agree with that. You do want to keep that as minimal as possible. Staking rewards. The assets underlining the IBC portfolio can be staked by ION DAO itself, potentially by partnering with white label version of the liquid staking protocol. By controlling the staking reward revenue stream, the ION DAO can choose to distribute it to IBC holders as incentives for IOU adoption or even to ION stakers. This represents potentially the most lasting source of revenue, since chains will always need to pay for security. The ION DAO currently has a considerable treasury of ION, 16,572 out of the 21,294 total supply. So they have a large amount of the total supply. To pay for development and to generate interest, we recommend the following distributions. 15% to AlphaWorks, that comes to roughly about 2,485 ION, or roughly 3.4 million with ION at 1350. While this is a big number, there are a lot of moving parts to this design, even if building blocks are relatively well known, and that figure is a bargain if the protocol succeeds according to this proposed design. Payment would be split up over time, so I kind of like this, guys. They're not just giving them everything, right? 15% of ION that they currently have is going to be going to airdrops, split amongst 3 stakeholder sets: Osmo stakers and the community pool, ION Osmo L peers and ION stakers, UST holders and L peers on Osmosis at the time of the Terra crash. Got wrecked with UST. IBC backed IOU is decentralized interchain money done right. That would have a treasury roughly of about 11,600 ION, roughly about 15.5 mil, with the ION being right around 1350. It's not at that right now. Only a modest portion of which should be necessary for incentives to be determined, of course. The remainder can be used for ongoing development for the IOU stability, insurance, etc. The conclusion says this: the vision of the ION DAO as a commonwealth within osmosis is coming to pass. The new trinity of ION, IBC, IOU will serve osmosis by driving traffic, attention, and revenue to the ecosystem while retaining its own separate functions, governance, and value propositions as well. It is easy to imagine where a world of IBC-backed IOU stablecoins becomes the chief decentralized money of the interchain, backed by the interchain basket of coins. It is the most obvious money for supporters of the Cosmos ecosystem, and as that ecosystem becomes simply the interchain, the internet of blockchains whose underlying tech is unknown except to those who were there at the beginning, IOU will be there, scaling up alongside it, enabling users to operate trustlessly and without fear of censorship as they navigate the open waters of interchain finance. There it is, guys. Let me know what you guys think. Are you guys bullish? Are you guys going to vote yay or nay on the ION Commonwealth proposal that is out there for you guys to partake in right now? Take a look at it using the links down below. That's what I got for you guys. Peace.